tennis records that'll never be broken. In sports, some records are meant to inspire awe. Others, they seem untouchable, a monument to human excellence. But then there are athletes whose impact stretches far beyond their stats, whose careers shape culture, fashion, and business all at once. Roger Federer is one of those athletes. The Swiss Maestro didn't just dominate tennis, he rewrote the rules of what it means to be a global sports icon. 24 Grand Slam titles, an elegance that made every shot seem effortless, and a career that spans decades. Yet Federer's influence off the court might be just as remarkable as anything he did with a racket in hand. This is the story of how Federer turned his tennis legacy into a billion-dollar empire, an inspiring journey that teaches athletes and entrepreneurs alike the importance of knowing their worth, protecting their brand, and making bold moves. The beginning of a legend. Long before Federer was a household name, Nike was scouting the next generation of talent. In the mid-1990s, they were already the global giant of sports apparel, seeking young athletes who could transcend the game. At just 13, Federer was feisty, restless, and impossible to ignore. During an under-14 tournament in Miami, former French tennis pro and Nike marketing expert Regis Bruni spotted the young Swiss prodigy. Federer had the poise, the talent, and a spark that screamed future champion. Nike moved fast, securing a 5-year contract worth $500,000, an astronomical sum for a teenager, and thus began a partnership that would last over 20 years. By the time Federer won the boys' singles title at Wimbledon in 1998 and conquered the Orange Bowl, it was clear this wasn't just a promising athlete. They had discovered a generational talent. Fast forward to 2001, a 19-year-old Federer stunned the tennis world by defeating 4-time defending Wimbledon champion Pete Sampras in a historic 4th-round match. Suddenly, the investment Nike had made in a young Swiss teenager was paying dividends beyond expectation. Federer, the fashion icon. Federer wasn't just a tennis player. He was a symbol of elegance, class, and style. Nike recognized this early on and capitalized on it, designing gear that accentuated his image. The RF logo was born, a subtle yet powerful emblem of Federer's brand. Campaigns showcased Federer as the embodiment of Nike's values: excellence, authenticity, and inspiration. By the mid-2000s, Federer had cemented himself as the world's best player. From 2004 to 2008, he dominated the ATP rankings, collecting a roster of major sponsors along the way. His Nike deal alone had grown to $10 million annually, and his influence extended beyond sports into fashion and lifestyle markets. Federer and Nike weren't just partners, they were cultural icons, a monumental shift. But even the most legendary partnerships have an expiration date. By 2018, Federer had won his 20th Grand Slam at the Australian Open, setting records that may never be broken. His Nike contract, however, was up for renewal. One might assume that renewing a deal with the greatest tennis player in history would be a formality, but things were different. Nike's focus on tennis had shifted. Despite maintaining a superstar roster featuring Federer, Rafa Nadal, Serena Williams, and Maria Sharapova, the company was no longer prioritizing the sport. Discussions with Federer stalled. The result? One of the most audacious moves in tennis business history. Federer signed with Uniqlo, a Japanese apparel brand, on a $300 million 10-year contract. The deal included generous post-retirement clauses, something Nike wasn't willing to offer. For Federer, the move was simple. His global brand was worth far more than his on-court achievements alone. Uniqlo offered long-term security, the ability to expand his RF clothing line, and an unprecedented opportunity to shape his post-tennis legacy. If you've stayed with us this far, it means you're finding real value in this content. Please take a moment to like the video. This helps YouTube recommend it to more viewers so others can benefit as well. And be sure to stay with us until the very end because we have a special gift for you. Now, let's get back to the video, the RF logo battle. Switching brands, however, came with complications. Nike still owned the RF trademark, registered in 2009, which meant Federer couldn't immediately use his own logo on Uniqlo apparel. For months, fans watched as Federer played in Uniqlo gear but continued to wear Nike shoes. The solution came in 2020, when Federer's company, 10 Row AG, purchased the RF logo from Nike. The result? Uniqlo released 8 color variations of the iconic RF cap, selling out within minutes. Federer had not only regained control of his personal brand, but had leveraged it into unprecedented commercial success. Enter On. Federer becomes an entrepreneur. Federer's business acumen didn't stop with Uniqlo. While continuing to play in Nike shoes for a short period, he explored other footwear opportunities. Enter On, a Swiss running company founded in 2010. Known for its proprietary cloud cushioning technology, On had global ambitions but lacked a high-profile ambassador. Federer didn't just become a brand ambassador, he invested, taking a 3% stake in the company, allowing him to shape product design, marketing, and brand strategy. The timing couldn't have been better. During the pandemic-fueled boom in running and outdoor sports, On's profile skyrocketed. In September 2021, On went public with a valuation of $11 billion, instantly turning Federer's 3% stake into roughly $330 million. Combined with his Uniqlo deal and career prize money, Federer had officially become a billionaire athlete, an achievement that will likely remain unmatched in tennis history. The Federer effect. Federer's strategic moves off the court demonstrate something crucial. True greatness isn't just about talent. It's about leveraging every opportunity, protecting your brand, and knowing your worth. Even after retirement in 2022, Federer remained the highest-paid tennis player globally, with Forbes estimating his pre-tax earnings at $90.7 million for a year in which he played 0 ATP events. The Roger Federer effect was undeniable. Fans emulated his style, his grace, and his professionalism. Companies flocked to work with him not just for his tennis skills, but for the cultural impact he carried with him. Lessons from a legend. Roger Federer's journey from a restless 13-year-old in Switzerland to a global billionaire and business mogul is more than a sports story. It's a blueprint for success. He understood the value of timing, the importance of protecting intellectual property, and the potential to expand beyond one's primary talent. He didn't just play tennis, he played the long game of life and business. His decision to leave Nike, reclaim the RF logo, and partner with both Uniqlo and On shows foresight, ambition, and an understanding of brand power few athletes ever achieve. These moves ensured that Federer's legacy would transcend tennis, securing his place not only in the record books, but in the annals of business history as well. Records that will never be broken. Roger Federer's tennis records are astonishing, but his business acumen is equally legendary. His 20 Grand Slam titles, elegant style, and strategic brand partnerships are a combination few will ever replicate. Federer turned the court into a canvas and the game into a launchpad for a global empire. So, whether you're a budding athlete, entrepreneur, or just someone chasing excellence, remember this: never settle for less, always protect your personal brand, and know when to make bold moves. Federer didn't just break records, he created them in ways that will likely never be seen again. If you want to stay updated on stories like this, from tennis legends to business icons, subscribe to our newsletter and hit the bell for notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next story of a record that might never be broken. As promised, take a moment to check out the description for exceptional products and supplements aimed at enhancing your performance, and use promo code YT20 for 20% off your first order. Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more captivating content. While you're here, feel free to delve into our channel for other intriguing videos. See you in the next one.